Live and the playback if you are watching after the live performance. My name is Brittany. I teach millennial moms how to show up online, be their authentic selves, not worry about having to dance, but make an impact, share their message, and make some money. So let's get into what to expect if you are trying to grow on YouTube. I hear so many people who are so intimidated by YouTube, and I understand it. I was that way up until recently in September. I decided that I'm getting monetized on YouTube no matter what. I'm about to go forward and go forth. I'm not about to overthink this because success leaves blueprints. So let me just get in the game and figure this out. So I've been consuming a lot of like content creation material, also how to grow on YouTube insights. And I decided that it's time for me to give that information over to you guys because it's always in my head, and why not share it? Because I think it's very helpful. And not only is it helpful for YouTube, it's just helpful for trying to grow on social media in general. It's also helpful. It teaches you different things about growing a business in general, what attracts people, what hooks people, how to give value, what does that mean, how to take your message and give it out to the world. Like, yes, a lot of people want to do that, but not many people understand how to do that effectively. And I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to communicate and communicate something well and consistently, you just wait for your pocketbooks to be overwhelmed with money. That's just how it goes. Someone who can effectively communicate to an audience and get them hooked, they're basically ready to give over their credit card. And it really isn't about money, it's about the transfer of energy. You've given me so much value whenever you speak, and you've given me tips that I can actually use to grow with. So it only feels right to give you something back. That's how we work as humans. And money just happens to be that way that we can transfer that energy and say, thank you for pouring into me. Thank you for giving your light to me and lighting me up as well. That's how you become successful in the social media world. So, hi, I'm not going to do too much talking outside of the points that I have, just so anyone who's watching back on the playback will be able to enjoy the content. But hello to all of those who are joining in. And let's just get to the first thing I want you to know about how to grow on YouTube. YouTube is a long game. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, there's some people who get on here and they just pop, but in most chances, they probably already figured out how to communicate with an audience somewhere, either in person and somewhere off of the platform. They might already be in marketing. They might already be in sales. But if you're not already in something like that, YouTube is a long game because you're going to have to study, you're going to have to test, and you're going to have to iterate so that you get this platform correct. But just know that it's not as hard as we make it. It's about consistently posting with intention, not just posting to be posting, but giving people an actual show. So if you've gotten to the point that you have a topic and you have a niche on your YouTube channel, do not erase any videos that you really believe in. If you have recorded a video that you really believe in, let's just say you do millennial vegan meals. If this is your favorite meal, leave it on your channel because you never know when it's going to pop off. And once you get that moment where that first video goes viral and does really well, they can go to your channel and follow up, and they have content to already consume. And that gives them the reason to follow you because they know that you didn't just show up with this one video and it's like, okay, maybe you're never going to post again. So that's the thing. And what you also need to understand about YouTube is that you are creating a channel. And just think about a channel that you watch on TV, whether it's MSNBC versus CNN, right? Those are both journalism channels. But when we turn to MSNBC, we know what to expect versus when we turn to CNN. We know what to expect when we turn to Fox versus CNN. So you have to think of your channel that way. What are you consistently pumping out that's going to keep an audience? Um, right? So if your HGTV, right, they have all different channels or different people on there, but everyone is talking about decorating and they have their own spin. So either you can think of yourself as a show on HGTV, meaning, okay, I'm a decorating show, but this is the different thing that I'm going to bring to my show. Some of them renovate houses in Las Vegas, some of them renovate houses in small towns. So you see the difference there, right? So, what is your unique perspective on your channel? So many people want to just be able to talk about whatever and think if they just consistently post, it's going to work. It's not going to work, and you're going to get burnt out from it because you're not going to see any type of success. Yes, we want to think that we're the type of person that would just continue to post even if no one watches us, but we're not. We want to we're animals by nature. We want to communicate with each other. We want to connect. So if you don't feel like your channel is connecting with anyone, you're not going to keep doing it. And that's understandable. So you have to figure out what is that thing that you can consistently show up. Maybe you are very funny, right? And maybe you want to do a skit channel. So I know that that skit was very funny that I just watched. So I want to continue to watch that. So I'm going to follow. So the next time you post another funny skit, I can watch it. That's how we have to be thinking about our YouTube channel. And further, that's how we have to think about a social media page. And that's how we have to think about anything we do where we want people to come and be part of it. What are they coming to be a part of? They're not just coming to be a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? What part of your life do you want to share with them? Because they don't want to go with you to drop your kids off at daycare. They don't want to go with you in the kitchen, and they don't want to go with you to the gym unless you're famous, right? But if you're not famous, what a part of your life can you actually transpose value to another person by showing it to them, right? And so like right now I'm sharing just about my YouTube journey and what to expect on YouTube. I'm not talking to you about how many kids I have and all those things because it's not relevant. And so when you come to my channel, I want you to know about creating a hair business online and what that means for showing up on social media. How can I grow this business and this empire? And giving you tips and tricks along the way, giving you insight on my journey so that you can understand how it would go if you were to do this same thing or something similar. That's it. So it's a long game, but what you also have to know about YouTube and insight on YouTube is that people can watch YouTube on TV. They can watch YouTube on their phone, they can watch YouTube on their tablet, they can watch YouTube on their laptop, they can watch YouTube on TV. I know so many people that watch TV or watch YouTube while they're working out, myself included. I rather than listen to music, I like to listen to people talk. So think about the advantage you have if you're able to create a YouTube channel that keeps people coming back. You're in so many different parts of their life if they're sitting and watching you on TV. So on the YouTube analytics, they tell you how people are viewing your content. And so there is a status that will tell you how many people are viewing your content on TV. And every time I see that stat, I'm like, that's so crazy. Who was sitting and watching me on TV at their house? Like, I'm just also in my house talking, yapping, or doing whatever, and someone's actually watching that on TV. That is such a cool advantage. And that's how you have to think of your channel. So if anyone is familiar with Issa Rae, if I'm not mistaken, she got her start from creating her own show on YouTube. I don't know how many people try to do that anymore, but just think about the advantage that you have that you can bypass trying to meet with producers, trying to meet with directors and get someone to fund your show. You can actually start your own show. Um, and you have the creative advantage. You have the technology. You can use your phone. You can get a camera that doesn't cost that much, and you're able to go ahead and start a show. I don't think we take stock of how valuable that is for us. And that's a technology that we didn't have before. So, literally, the only thing that is holding you back is yourself. You have to sit down and be decisive about what you're going to share with the world and get to doing it here on YouTube. So I also have been using this strategy now with my social media and making sure that I'm nailing it down and honing it in to where people know what to expect when they come to my channel. So I'm also going on a YouTube 30-day challenge. And so for today, instead of doing a actual long form video, I decided to go live. There is another insight in there that I want you to know about going live on YouTube. That is where you can get your watch hours. If you are on a journey to be monetized on YouTube and get 4,000 watch hours, it is very powerful to go live. What you need to know about YouTube and any social media platform is that they care about keeping people on their platform and keeping them on there watching longer. So, how are you going to help contribute to that? If you're just posting random videos, no one is going to stick around and watch that. There's nothing for them to relate to, and it's all over the place, which means your growth is going to be stagnant and all over the place. You're not going to be able to pinpoint what's allowing you to grow if you're not consistently doing something, which I called intentional posting, not just posting to be posting, but on topic, having a niche. That just is what it is. Yes, you may be great, a great, well rounded person, but to create a channel, you're going to have a topic. And maybe you can find a way to marry all those things, but they need to be married very well. Now, there are people who have channels where they talk about different things. So I follow Chic Natural, and I essentially started following her because of her hair tutorials, but she does a lot of vegan meals. Sometimes I watch it, but I really don't. Like if she posts a vegan chant or video, I just go past it. And somehow that works for people. But I would say the bulk of her growth started with her hair journey. And that's just something else that she's talented in. And she does also post vlogs. But I think those work because she has such a large audience and a large following. But until you get to that point, you have to have something that keeps people coming back, which is going to make them click the bell, and YouTube can see, hey, there's something going on with this channel. We want to reward this channel. We want to reward this creator because they are keeping people coming back, wanting to watch more of their channel. We want like these participation points when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to social media. You're not going to get a reward for just showing up sometimes and showing up with sporadic ideas. You're going to be rewarded when you can keep people engaged. And the way that you keep people engaged is that it's about them. It's about them having a end result when they leave your channel. It's not about this vanity of look at me, look at my house, look how nice and smart I am. That's not going to continue to keep an audience. What is going to keep an audience is how you can transfer those skills to me, to me, the viewer, whether it's the fact that you make me laugh, whether it's the fact that you make me think about the special moments in my life, or maybe you are very calming whenever I watch your videos, and that's something that I have a takeaway. So there has to be intentional posting and there has to be a takeaway on any platform, especially here on YouTube. And it's not as hard as we make it. So, I want you to really sit and think about what is something that I can talk about for the next 3 to 5 years. And that's another insight that I want you to know with YouTube. It takes most creators 3 to 5 years to really pop off on this platform or any platform. And that's 3 to 5 years. Yes, sometimes there may be some pivots in there, but there has to be some point where you nail down something and you continue to grow in that vein. So what's something that you can talk about for 3 to 5 years and that you feel like from this day forward, if you have to get on stage and talk about this particular thing, you would be okay with talking about it for 3 to 5 years, because that's how long it's probably going to take you to grow and make an income where you're able to live off of it, not just, pennies here and there. In full transparency, I am not monetized on any social media platform. And that's because I've been doing what most of us do, posting random, random things. But now that I am honing it in, I have full expectation to monetize. And that's how you have to get in your YouTube journey. I'm getting monetized. I'm talking about this one thing for 3 to 5 years, and I fully expect for the checks to be rolling in. Okay. And so that's what we're on for the rest of 2025. And like I said in the beginning, this isn't just about money. There's also so many different things going on. And the closer we can get to our true selves and our calling, the more prepared we can be for the things that are ahead. We got to prepare ourselves financially. We got to prepare our kids financially. And the way that we do that is we get in tune with our light and what we can share with the world. When we transfer that value over to people, they transfer it back. And so that's what we're on right now. Um, and once you nail down your strategy for YouTube, like I keep saying, you're going to be able to take this formula and grow your Instagram and grow your TikTok. It was so long until this point that I just really did not understand how people were growing on social media. Even though you hear those tips, is nothing like it actually sinking in. Like, you have to really make hundreds of videos about the same thing, say the same thing over and over again. Maybe you find different ways to give that information, but just think about the people that you follow. If you don't get it, think about the people you follow. Do they talk about one thing, or is there one phrase that you can use to sum up their content? And then you want to figure out what that phrase is going to be for yourself. What is that topic or niche going to be for yourself? So you guys let me know if you have any questions, if you've been listening the whole time. Um, yeah, so this is day 6 on my 30-day YouTube journey of posting with the hopes of being monetized and getting 4,000 watch hours. Right now, I have 495 watch hours, which is nowhere near 4,000. So we're going to see how this goes. But like I said, I'm committed to the journey, and I've already seen growth so far in this process. You do have to find ways to cross promote your YouTube channel, but that just further means that in other social media places, you have to be giving the same message. So right now, my message is creating, can't even get it out, creating content for millennial moms who want to show up authentically online. They don't want to be dancing online, but they want to share their message and they want to make some money. So that's what we're doing here. Um, and the way that I'm going to continue to do that is to show up on YouTube, giving those tips and showing you how I'm making money. I want to make money from social media, but I also have a physical business that I am trying to grow. And that comes with all its challenges as well. So that's what I will be continuing to share on my journey, is how to create an online business. So it doesn't mean that you have to have all the answers. You can consider yourself more like a guide on your journey. And yes, maybe at some points you have insight, but at some points you're not going to be sure. And it's okay to share that with your audience. If you're more vulnerable, it helps them connect with you because they don't have all the answers. But that encouragement that even though you don't have the answers, you're continuing to move forward, that is an inspiration for them as well. So I know that there's so many creators that I follow, and the reason that I follow them it varies, but I do know what to expect from them. I follow a creator called Aisha the Great on Instagram, and she's also here on YouTube. And I initially started following her because she would do thrifting hauls, but she has moved over to more lifestyle content, but it's still within the same vein because it's her putting together outfits, putting together looks, going to restaurants. It all matches the same aesthetic. So when I go to her page, I know what to expect. And so that's what you have to give the people. And don't make this hard. Like I said, you can now go live on your phone. So many different things are changing with YouTube, but you have to be committed to doing that intentional posting. So I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any more questions, just leave them on the replay and I will talk to you guys later.